Yeah, for me, the one piece of advice is just at the outset of the process, sit down with your partner and agree that any question that you're going to be asked from your own social workers, from local authority social workers, from the adoption panels, that you're just going to answer them honestly, and you're going to just you're going to be open your life to these people. It feels intrusive, but the better CCS know you, the better support they can give you. And for me, that has, no doubt about it, they've been a huge blessing to us as a family, and they've supported us because they know us. So yeah, we have done our best to be completely open from the outset. And don't get to a place where you deny that what happened to your children in the past does not have an impact on the way they think and the way they behave. So it would be very easy for us, I think, 3 years in, to start wanting to say, well, we've moved on from those early years. And when emotionally the girls get upset, just having the patience to say, okay, my response is not to send them to, as a child, I'd have been sent to my bedroom. Get to your bedroom and think about it, Matthew. Or sit on the bottom step. Or, punishment in those senses is useless. It just sends them to another place of insecurity. So, I've had to learn to do discipline in a completely different way to the way I was parented. And I've had to learn to just, to even ignore what is happening at the time. So as a child, if I was in a fight with my brother, or I was caught lying to my parents, that was punishable big time, and it would have been dealt with immediately. But if my girls are upset, or they're shouting, or they're having a go at each other, quite often in that moment it is, don't shout. Obviously, just separate them out and come back to it. Come back to it in an hour's time, as long as you come back to it, and talk through what was going on. So that all the time they're understanding that, okay, I can have these emotions, I can be angry, but how I behave impacts other people, and I've got to learn how to deal and put right the impacts I've had on other people. Be open to doing parenting different to the way you were parented, and if you can master some of those listening techniques, some of those, talking through things at great length, and revisiting conversations. Our eldest, you can think a conversation was done, and 3 days later it'll come, before she goes to bed, she'll just revisit it and say, Daddy, can we talk, you were talking about that the other day? Yeah. Well, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? And so I think it's never close the conversation. I think it's just keep it open so that it can always be revisited. And sometimes be prepared to lose the fight. I think, again, I was parented with a way that, mum and dad were always right, and most of the time they were right. But just occasionally, I think, with adoptive children, you need to give them enough space where they can, where you're not precious about winning an argument with them or a battle with them.